Different story now against Stockton with the 1-game advantage as we kick it off in officially game 1.2 or something, as Gino brings this to the corner, and it will be Stockton on the opening kickoff, getting the pressure on, trying to make quick work of Nova, and it's better if they do for sure. That's a good win by Busso, but he has no boost, and he's taken out from behind by Dark.
Yeah, now you can see Large bringing this one up. Already a hot start here for Stockton. They want to get on the board here very early and showing Nova that they're not willing to get aggressive here, as you see Nova starting to bite back there. Demo coming out from Titanium as they look to move downfield. It's been pretty electric here, at least in the opener. But we'll see how things settle down once these teams start to find their footing.
It has been an improbable run through the upper bracket for Stockton. As Gino... Okay, this is quite a pass. The problem is, this man in front of the goal is not a teammate.
And you know, I think Titanium was banking on Joshua Squasher to win the challenge, but Gino had him read like a book. That dunk threw off Titanium. He was trying to save the shot, just ended up helping redirect it in. Not the best start for Nova, but Stockton, they'll take it.
Yeah, when we said put on a show and have a little fun, that wasn't quite the show we were thinking about. Gino, not on the same page with Large, but Large can still turn on this. Nobody went for it at midfield. Joshua Squasher pops one up on the save. Gino throws it in front, and Titanium Fire's got the clear.
It's still
that's a good outlet.
You see Titanium moving up there as well. Wait, that's an open net. Gino had a misread, and Joshua Squasher will end up equalizing the game.
Yeah, this is just a great outlet pass that opens things up, and the defense of Stockton never had a chance. And it's Joshua Squasher opening the scoring for the Nighthawks. We're all tied up very early in game one. That was an awkward kickoff, though, from Joshua. He got there very late, fortunate to get a touch at all. This drops out to Gino. Could be an opportunity for Dark. He had to wait an extra moment to read it, and it gave Joshua enough time to get there.
Opportunities on both sides, but definitely showing signs of weaknesses here between the two squads, at least on defense. We had an own goal and an unconventional misread, especially with all the Rocket League we've been playing today. But, I mean, 1-for-1, so to speak, as this game is still kind of tied up. Both teams still feeling each other out, but one thing's for certain. Whoever can clean up these mistakes here the fastest will probably ultimately come out with the game.
Stockton having to play with Large, and of course that means they're missing about 50 goals worth of offense out of their normal starting roster, but they have made their way through the upper bracket and haven't really noticed the difference. Busso's shots denied. Gino making the save, falling into his own net. Boy, it's so valuable having such an experienced veteran, but here's Busso. Double tap, bang, bang!
He makes it look easy. You see Busso say, thanks, Gino, for the pass. See you later, Dark. Only has about 30 boosts in the tank, but that's all he needs as he gets the double and makes it look pretty as he brings the Nova Nighthawks to the lead.
And the banter already. Titanium throwing out a great pass. All right, let's see if Gino's got an answer. I'm sure he does. Josh, what a read by Dark to keep this play alive. And it will be Gino taking over. Gets by Titanium. He's going up top. Dark coming on, and that's going to be Joshua with a clear. Busso back the other way. One-on-one with Large. And that should be pretty well cleared away, though jump back into the zone.
They got to keep eyes on Busso. He looks comfortable and confident in this matchup. And if he's making plays like that, I think he'll continue to do so for the rest of the series. We're only in the first game here, and already seeing some beautiful work here from Busso. Even on the 50s, he's doing so much on offense. He has a setup here. Can Joshua finish? He can! Top corner goal and a 2-goal lead for Nova.
It is Joshua Squasher with 2 out of the 3 goals for the Nova Nighthawks, as Busso just a little feathered touch, and Joshua had to be very aggressive, had to try and score upper 90 on the near side, and he did. 3-1 lead now for Nova. Trying to exact revenge, trying to tie up this series that, again, they've inherited a one-game deficit in.
Man, at this point, they need to get eyes on Busso. Somebody needs to be on top of him. He's just doing so much on the blue half of the field. And he's been creating a lot of opportunities for Nova. They get on a quick 2-goal run here. And Stockton, a little stunned here in the opener. As Busso will get another dunk. That's on Gino. The 4th goal for Nova.
This is just terrible communication. Gino's like, okay, I'm gonna backpack this, and then he almost pulled up on it, like he wasn't so sure, and then it just turned into a hot mess defensively. And Nova has run away with game 1. Still a minute and a half to go. We certainly know a 3-goal lead is not exactly safe. But how about a 4-goal lead? Titanium blocked by Gino. Quickly back the other way, Dark. That's going to roll right up the wall and away, and that'll force Stockton to go kind of back to the drawing board.
At this point, Nova have just been all offense here. So much control in game 1, and we haven't seen too much offense come out from Stockton at all. Close couple chances in the opener, in the early half, I should say, but afterwards, they seem to fall flat. Now look at this. Joshua squashes to Titanium. They weave through the Stockton defense like it's nothing.
This layoff hasn't been kind to Large. He couldn't figure out if he wanted to go downfield or if he wanted to go for boost or if he could afford to go for boost. He was driving around aimlessly in his own zone, and by the time he finally committed to going to the corner, it was far too late. And now it is far too late for Stockton, down 4 goals, only 40-some-odd seconds left. Busso may still get this center to Titanium, and Dark's got to save, but of little consequence as Nova just going to go through the motions here, maybe see how many more they can add, as they have made a statement in this opening game.
Yeah, they have shown Stockton, okay, we're here to play. I mean, looking at the work Joshua Squasher and Busso have been able to do, Titanium has not really had to do too much besides own goal, which is the only goal Stockton actually got on the board. Besides that, 0 success on offense from them. They've been able to get some possession in these final few seconds, but it will be all for naught as Nova Nighthawks come in to the finals and show up 5-1, maybe 2, depending on how this one ends. But I mean, I wasn't expecting this one to come out from Nova. What a performance.
Yeah, that is how you start a series. Again, they inherited a 1-game deficit. They have answered the challenge of the Stockton Ospreys. We're all tied up now at a game apiece in this best-of-7 grand final. Again, both teams have qualified for the Thrustmaster CRL National Championship in January. Playing for bragging rights here, and a lot of pride on the line as Nova looks to avenge their loss earlier tonight.
It's going to be about who's ready to put in all the extra work. And that's really the name of that first game, especially when you look at Busso. So much done there on offense. I mean, both him and Joshua Squasher pushed or finessed their way through the Stockton defense, made them really feel like that they didn't have much of a presence on the field. For Stockton, the name of the game here on DFH is to make them regret ever doing that. You got to come out with a lot of energy and honestly put respect on your name.
Well, it is Nova on the attack again. Gino trying to take this in stride from the back wall. And Dark should get to this ball first, but Busso's right there as well. Race to the midfield boost won by Dark. He can sky that up for Large. Selfless play, but he doesn't have the boost to follow. Gino now looking for a lane to shoot through. And Titanium and Busso combined to pop it away.
And now this will be a free ball for Titanium, looking for a pass. They don't want to give up possession too easily, but Stockton at least started things off on a better foot forward than they did last game. Have things under control for now, but I don't think you're going to see Nova wait on you to create opportunities. You kind of have to do it on yourself. They've been known to aggressively challenge this Stockton squad, and Stockton may have to fight fire with fire here in this next game.
The only goal Stockton had in that opening game came off an own goal as Gino just threw the ball in the general vicinity of the Nova net. Got an own goal off of, I think it was Titanium. Here's Large. Just not able to keep control. Give it away to Busso. Back and forth they go. Waiting for someone to blink in game 3. I wonder if they're going to, like, really go after Joshua because, you know, he's given the ball away a few times in previous series, especially deep in his own zone when he's got a lot of time to maybe overthink what he's going to do. But he has been solid so far in this final, though. There he is going across the face of the goal, right across this shot from Gino.
Good work here from Gino. This he has all the momentum. He can take this shot and put it so many different places, but he tries to go for the slow bounce. And that's what throws off the defense. They're expecting something top corner because he pretty much has that read uncontested. But he takes the extra step to throw off the defense, and it benefits him from getting the first goal of the game.
Double commit from Nova. This could be trouble if Stockton can get downfield quick. But all Dark can do is just throw the ball out towards midfield and reset. Who will take control for the next possession here? It does look like Stockton. That's a big clear from Joshua Squasher. Dark and Gino missed everything they were trying to do, and Dark had the right read. Boy, very lucky to get a piece of that ball and keep Stockton in front for now, but still have a chance to add one more. No, Dark can't get onto that ball, and man, Stockton's got to be wiping the sweat off their brow after that one.
Yeah, now they're trying to turn it into something more. Dark with a free look. Is he going to go for the double? No, just plays it off the back wall, so it'll be cleared out here halfway through game 3. And we're seeing more offense here come out from Stockton, but they have been making stretches on defense, and Nova are starting to turn up the pressure.
Trying to reclaim the lead in this series that they started the series with. As Large will play for possession. Not in any hurry to get rid of this ball, and why would he be? He's got a 1-goal lead. Try to make Nova come to you. Burn all their resources. Maybe even give him a chance to double commit. This time it's Josher beaten out by Gino. Race to the corner boost, won by Joshua Squasher. Now Titanium's got Large to contend with, and well, Large just swats him to the backboard. Busso challenging Dark, and it's Gino that played that right at Titanium. Oh, it's the mental game, and then Gino with a fake demo attempt, and Josher didn't even flinch.
Oh yeah, Josher, he's on it today. I looked a little shaky earlier on in the bracket, but I mean, nerves of steel as Gino just actually could have gotten a free demo. Went for the fake on that play, and next thing you know, Josher just comfortable in net, able to stop things out. Nova aren't done just yet as they try to clear this downfield, and they are looking to push up on Stockton. Stockton needs to extend the lead or at least buy themselves another insurance goal, because even as we approach the final minute, they are nowhere near safe.
Oh, Dark had the angle as he passed that to himself and blocked away at the last moment. And now Dark just couldn't get down on that ball to center, and it will be Nova coming out of the zone. But who's it going to be? Busso and Josher went after the same ball at the same time. That's a big no-no, and they didn't get punished for it as Titanium still trying to keep possession. Got a piece of Large as well, and that's a good dunk as Stockton kills off a little more time. The Large had an awkward jump, 2-on-1. Busso and Gino go right by the ball, and Dark just sweeps it to the corner.
Idea from Busso. He was looking for that low challenge. He knew Dark was going to play it high, so tried to play it under him and slow, but he completely threw that off, and then you saw the ball just barely get away. As I believe that was a one-on-one play too. Could have been the tying goal for the Nova Nighthawks, but they're going to have to start from their own end in the final 15 seconds.
Time for one, maybe two pushes, as Josher's going to throw one down to Titanium. Got it centered, and Busso missed from the doorstep. Oh, there's no way that could have happened, and it did. And now Titanium Fire's got to keep this in the air. One last push. And that's going to be thrown all the way across. Dark getting in the way of Josher. And the ball touches down. Stockton survives at the end. And they're up 2-1 in the series.
Ooh, that hurt. That hurt Nova.
Yep.
You can see, you may not have been able to actually see it, but I looked at Joshua Squasher, who was sitting behind Busso after the shot. He stopped moving. That's one of those where you know, okay, there's no way we're bringing this one back. That being said, this is a best-of-7 series, and they only go down 2-1 here, so still plenty more Rocket League to play. They're going to have to shake that one off very quickly, though. Stockton do end up actually squeaking by here with the win. Only scored 1 goal, so still kind of similar offense that we saw from the first game of the series. They still are, there's still so much more work to do here for both these squads.
It is so weird to see a team that has scored 2 goals with a 2-1 series lead. That is the fun that we get out of this sort of bracket sometimes. The loose ball or the kickoff is just completely neutral. Joshua Squasher making the save. He has been everywhere so far in this grand final for the Nighthawks.
Nova. They're getting a little antsy here. They do want to get on the board here first, but looking at Stockton, they've been able to manage what they've had, but they're going to need a little bit more here. A good start for them, vital, as they are looking to put the series up on match point. But that loss was so frustrating for Nova. You got to expect them to come out of the gates with a fire lit under them.
Oh, Josher thought about trying to play the slow game, and Gino had him read like a book. He was all over him as soon as Josher Squasher even tried to touch that ball, and now it's Large racing to the midfield boost. He'll win that race, but nothing else doing as Josher thought about turning around, saw the backflip, put the pressure on. Back and forth they go. A lot of indecisiveness leads to that shot ringing off the post from Large. Open net the other way, and it's Josher Squasher scoring for the third time.
And Josher Squasher getting on the board again. Titanium with the pass out, and Josher Squasher. He saw Gino coming up, but what he really noticed was Gino was out of position, and he gets the punishing goal, giving Nova Nighthawks the lead here.
Just over a minute gone by in a pivotal fourth game in this series. Dark taken out from behind by Titanium. Free reign now for Josher to go downfield until he gets taken out by Gino, and he was not moving fast at all. Very easy target to hit. Titanium center, and that's going to be popped away by Dark.
Now looking at Stockton moving downfield, they're still just trying to skate by. Gonna need a little bit more. That shot from Large way off target. There's no one to get the follow-up. They got to get that accuracy fixed here.
No
and
way.
They got to hope it doesn't pinch into their own net. Busso will pick up the second goal off an unfortunate challenge for Stockton.
Sure. You want some analysis on that goal? That happened. Whatever. 2-0.
Honestly,
good grief.
Gino
What is this series?
He just doesn't need to make that challenge. It's so awkward, and he has to reach for it off the side, but he tries to go for it anyways. I don't think that there was really an open look. I think that there was someone back, but that challenge just makes things so much harder here for Stockton.
Shot from the wing blocked by Dark as Gino's going to be the only one back. Has to make this challenge and does so, but he almost gave it. He has given it away to Josher Squasher. They have to work without Busso and just slow bouncing this one through, and Large has the save and clear. Only as far as midfield, though, as Busso can bring it right back in. Nova Nighthawks, every other game, it seems, going to be the game where they put the pressure onto Stockton. Again, started down a game in the series and have blown them out in one game. Looking to blow them out in another as well. Another goal into an open net.
Oh, man, you see the demo from Busso taking out the potential challenge, but Titanium with the dunk here completely catches Stockton off guard. Nova Nighthawks once again look to dominate a game as they are up by 3, and we're halfway through on Utopia Coliseum. That's a 3, I'm in 4. That's a banger from Titanium.
Yeah, okay. Someone's feeling it. I think it's this entire Nova team. What a shot. Just a challenge fastball, and Dark was not up to the task.
Okay. We have a series on our hands here.
Boy, do we.
It's up to Stockton to see whether or not they can manage this Nova squad. Coming back from a 4-goal deficit halfway through the game is certainly possible, but the way they're playing right now does not seem likely. Honestly, when you look at Nova and how they move upfield, they end up playing things very forward, but they also are making a lot of moves to get Stockton to throw away possession. Some just aggressive touches in front, but then they go for some fake challenges to see if they can bait somebody out. It's a numbers game to them. And so far, they've been playing it pretty well. They're up by 4 here. They caught Stockton out so many times being over-aggressive. You saw the pinch Gino had in the corner. And at this point, for Stockton, they got to slow things down and really start getting some more team play back in.
Down to a minute 40 as Dark will just try to play keep away from the Nighthawks, which has been a challenge all game long. They've had the vast majority of possession. So this will go deep into the Nova end, and Busso not in any hurry to play that ball away. Finally lets Josher take over, who's certainly got the hot hand. This is promising. Dark, downfield for Gino. Awkward ball for Titanium Fire. Dark's got to get a shot off. It is right at Titanium, who makes another stop. And if there was any hope for a comeback, it probably ended with that save right there.
Yeah, he had large and assist, but Dark thought he could throw them off by going for a quick shot. Defense jumped right on it to get the clear out. It is a minute remaining, but I will say it does look like Stockton has been able to stop the bleeding for now, right? No more goals are being let in from Nova. Defense is starting to improve, and they're moving downfield. But in terms of creating offensive opportunity stats, I believe Stockton have only scored 2 goals this entire series, as Nova, I haven't even thought about counting up the total.
Yeah, it's been 2 goals all series. One was an own goal. I mean, there's only been 1 goal that has gone into Nova's net that Stockton has even remotely earned. And it was, of course, the 1 goal in Game 3. Ever since, it has been all Nova. They've scored 9 goals. Good grief. Gino might put one into his own net just as well as he made the stop, cleaned up his own mess, but it is of no consequence whatsoever. Nova Nighthawks back with a vengeance, and this series is tied at 2 games apiece.
And it's becoming the question is whether or not Nova's going to continue to dominate every single game, or if Stockton will have another game like we saw in Game 3 where they just barely get by with 1 goal. It's been a slew of confusion when you watch Stockton on offense and defense. And I think just a little bit more communication from them benefits heavily. But I can see the frustration. Nova has been dominating these games. They've scored 9 goals on you, and they've shut you out. So now you need to not only stop the goal scoring opportunities, but also build up on offense. And doing all of that while under pressure with the series tied up is a task of its own. Stockton want to end up turning this series around. They need to put this series on match point here as we load up Wasteland Night.
The teams have traded wins and traded shutouts over the past couple of games. 2-2 in a best of 7. Here we go on Wasteland. Large, it's going to be open for Gino, and Busso got there just in time. Back the other way with a quick counterattack and just could not get any contact. Trying to knock some defenders out of the way. Titanium wins another challenge. Get this ball central. That's a better defensive effort. Very patient defensively and much more teamwork that we're seeing out of Stockton that we wasn't really seeing in previous games.
Yeah, look at that pressure, right? Someone there to follow up off the backboard play. Third man coming in too to see if he can apply some more offensive pressure. Decent rotation there from Stockton on that drive. They're going to need more of that. This game's just getting started. Meanwhile, Nova, they're looking for a push. They're waiting for that mistake to happen so they can capitalize. Consistency is going to be key here for Stockton.
Oh, they just had that mistake on the Stockton side. It was a double commit that didn't prove to be too costly, and Dark shot bounces just wide. That's one he's going to want back as Busso will take this slowly out of the zone. Over one, through another, and Nova's in business again. Great pass out towards Josher, but he threw it behind him. That's a good clear by Large to relieve the pressure for Stockton. Opportunity, Dark coming on, and Busso makes the save. Titanium follows up as well. Huge stop for Nova.
And a huge pressure for Stockton on the other side of things. The shot accuracy is improving. I think they just needed to actually put a couple on target to realize that they could actually break through this Nova defense. Pass plays are coming out, and you're starting to see so much more improvement. They've kept the possession and pretty much the game over on the Nova side. Nova have yet to get a shot on record, despite having the series tied up. It looks like it might fall. It will! Dark will score the first goal of the game. It's for Stockton.
Perfect, Dark, perfectly placed just under the bar, and a big relief for Dark and for Stockton to finally have one go into the net. Granted, it wouldn't really call it one that they earned. You just throw the ball at the net, it goes in, but it gives them a lead. It counts all the same, and it has been enough in a couple games. Here is Gino throwing one in front for Large, and it's a good clear by Joshua Squasher, who's been outstanding defensively for Nova. Though Titanium goes flying right by this ball. Josher in an awkward spot in the corner, avoids contact, and also stops Large's effort.
Now it's all about that possession game here. Look at this, transitions getting a little better even for Stockton. Nova get their first shot recorded, but the game's already halfway over. It looks as if, you know, the tables are starting to turn here, at least in game in terms of possession. This is still an average amount of goals Stockton scores, at least when they're winning, which is only 1. They got to build up more on that, and they're looking to do so. But right now, Nova Nighthawks, it's still a 1-goal game for them. But first things first, break out of their own end. It's going to be tough, though, as, again, that rotation from Stockton looking very well. They're starting to work as a team as Gino looking for the double. Will be able to get a piece of it, but not enough to put it on target.
I mean, they've got to surely have to average more than 1 goal per win if they're going to come away with this series. But a win here would put Stockton on match point. Josher, double on the way, and Dark got there to disrupt. Follow-up from Busso is right down Broadway, and we're all tied up.
Communication on offense from Stockton, good. But on defense, what is this? It's a triple commit, and Busso has a wide open look at the net. You cannot give him that opportunity, and you see why. It's a tied-up game, and now Nova have a chance to turn the tables on Stockton.
As the wise philosopher Dazarin once said, sheesh! Large whiffs on this, and it's Josher Squasher's ball down to the corner. Gino couldn't get around him, but finally did get out to Busso, and Dark able to meet him. Though Josher's got a full tank of boost and can do a lot of damage with that as he's going to be coming up the field. Titanium looking to drop one in front for Busso, and he just went right by the ball. Gino's got it, and he'll bring it all the way to the corner. Josher can finally use that boost as Gino stole some out of the Nova end. Opportunity now, Dark denied by Titanium. And it's going to be awkward for Large in his own corner.
Oh, that's great from Large. Dark looking for a follow-up, but that 50 will do wonders. Now Gino can bring this downfield and really just keep the ball in there while the rest of the team grabs boost and looks to set up. This is a prime drive from Stockton. This is what they want, but that beat is big. Nova looking to turn things around. You see that possession change as the ball is hitting to the side. He's looking at the final 40 seconds of this game. Nova Nighthawks have been able to increase their pressure, but what they're trying to do is they're trying to force a mistake out of the Stockton defense. Stockton, though, they're trying to just keep on that offensive drive. That's where they've worked their best this entire game. As long as they have the ball in the orange half, they'll be able to do some good work. I'm concerned about their defense, though, as Nova did catch some slipping. Woo.
Well, Busso got a demo and a full tank of boost, and nobody covered the net as Titanium may have just stole Game 5 for the Nova Nighthawks.
And there's the slip. There it is right there. You have Large on the back wall there. I think a demo ended up happening too to open up the net, and then it's a clear line of fire there for Nova. Now they take the lead. 13 seconds left in game. Stockton did all of that work to have offensive pressure, to keep the ball on Nova's end. But if they can't increase their scoreline, it does not matter. Ball will hit the ground, and the Nova Nighthawks put this series on match point.
This is incredible. You talk about the momentum of a team coming from the lower bracket. It wasn't the long lower bracket run that a team like Central Florida may have been making, but it has been enough for the Nova Nighthawks. 1-goal victory, their narrowest victory in this series after 2 blowouts in games 2 and 4, and now they go to Neo Tokyo with a chance to close out Stockton and exact some revenge for the result earlier tonight.
Yeah, this is, I mean, honestly, it's just the biggest thing on the field right now is Stockton not being able to score more than 1 goal a game here. It seems to me that they don't have any type of way to get past this Nighthawks defense. Nova have their number. And even when it comes down to the final few seconds, Nova still are performing, and they are, you know, showing that they are a consistent squad here. And Stockton, I mean, we see them on the last legs. Josh and Squash is feeling comfortable. He only needs 1 more game, but I wouldn't be surprised if Stockton can force 7 here. They just have to find their footing. It's been killing them all series long, but it does it here as Gino will pick up the first goal.
Just waiting on the spot. He's got 3 out of the 4. The very few 4 that Stockton has in this series. And that's a big start for the Ospreys, where they've got to hold on to this lead for a long time. They finally have to break out on offense. We'll see if they can, as Dark is all over this ball. Josher will delay, and Titanium takes over. through the skies. He's gonna need a teammate. Got the flip reset, didn't use it, and Gino was right there, not phased one bit.
Yeah, one goal.
Downfield, Gino didn't get there. Follow up, I think Gino threw off Dark. And that communication between Gino and Dark in particular, Daz, it doesn't seem like they're on the same page as much as they have been in the past.
Yeah, and for these two, they need to be on the same page, right? You give a bit of leeway here to Large, who's kind of filling in. It hasn't been playing on the squad for a while. But for Dark and oh!
Okay. Now, Dark is on the same page with who here?
Titanium? He has time.
Merry Christmas.
That needs to be communicated, though. He has time to at least let it bounce out. He rushed the touch, and then he own goal. You hate to see it.
Oh, look out, because that really reduces the margin for error for Stockton. Dark trying to make up for it. It's got to be important for him to realize he doesn't have to do too much, or doesn't have to try to do too much. Gino with a drive, stopped by Titanium, and it may have to be Gino that absolutely takes over for Stockton and just leads the way. Maybe even a hard carry here as Dark whiffs on this ball. Gino looking to challenge and drop one in front. Busso is right there ahead of Dark. Large is coming up as well. The gate is open behind them, but Gino is rotated out, and he can finally delay here. Even more important that he got that too large, and Dark can bring it right back into the zone. Dark couldn't keep possession, and now it's an opportunity for Nova, looking to take the lead in a closeout opportunity against Stockton.
Nova putting the pressure on Stockton at this point. A lot of good control. They kind of let Stockton bring the ball out so they can hit him hard with a counterattack, which at this point has been very successful. Anytime Stockton's sit in the house or on offense, the net's pretty much wide open, and Nova's been taking advantage of it all series long.
Oh, Gino and Large both jumped. Nobody went for the ball. And Josser Squasher is proven to be the MVP of the finals.
They both where's the communication? There's no communication. There's an open lane. Again, Nova's not going to wait on you. Josser Squasher forces it through. Nova Nighthawks take a 1-goal lead here. And it's almost about to be 2. Gino actually does make the save. This game and this series is slipping from their grasp.
My goodness. I think I've communicated more with my ranked teammates in the last month than these players have tonight. And I haven't been playing a whole lot. Large will score here, and it's another freebie for Stockton. They haven't done well keeping pressure on Nova, but Nova's made enough mistakes to let Stockton hang around.
Yeah. I mean, that for Nova, that's just having someone back, recognizing the challenge there. Or recognizing at least Large being able to have a piece of the ball before you push it out in the midfield. But now it's a tied-up game. Large starting to wake up here, and maybe he can get something going, at least in terms of turning around the momentum for Stockton. I say that Titanium pushes through. See you later, Gino. Toodaloo. Busso has an open net.
Got a lead blocker downfield. Titanium knows it's a 1v1, and it's a 1-on-0. Busso rolls it home, and Nova's back in front.
2 minutes left in gameplay. Nova in front. But this is the most goals we've seen, at least from Stockton, all series long.
Yeah.
I don't know, Stacks. There's something about us on Neo Tokyo. It's always ends up being a shootout.
Oh, yeah, here we go again. Getting down to that 90-second mark, too. I'm starting to worry. This goes right out to nobody in particular. Titanium just launching one towards the net, and Gino's got the stop. Does not keep possession. Large looking for Dark, and he did not hit him. I don't think Dark was ready for it. And now Large going over Gino on his way downfield. Gino has an opportunity, takes a shot himself, and Titanium makes a big stop, falling back towards his own backboard.
And you see Dark now trying to control it. Needs a big drive. Oh, he lost control. So Joshua Squash will try to pick it up. And this is really uncomfortable here for Stockton, but they're able to actually work with it and get it back in the midfield. But they don't have a lot of time here, Stacks, and the way things are going, we're going to need to see some magic here in the final minute.
Gino got a piece of this. That keeps it in the zone, but Dark is dunked by, I believe it was Titanium, and what a save by Large! Follow-up is not going to have any power on it, and Stockton stay alive, but only barely. Large was trying to push that forward for Dark. Busso had the read. Now we're inside 40 seconds. Series on the line. Number one in the wild card on the line as Stockton has watched their one-game advantage evaporate. Large up to the ceiling. Boy, that's ambitious. And I don't know if now is the time to try and make highlight reel plays. Down a goal. Down a game in game 6. Gino out of the corner. Stuffed by Titanium. They cannot get onto the orange half of the field. Finally, Dark does, and Busso calmly plays around him. Large, desperately looking for Gino, putting the ball nowhere near him. Final seconds tick away, and the Nova Nighthawks stun Stockton.
And look at Nova. They take this one all the way from the lower bracket run and become our number one wild card team. It's at least in this Eastern Conference, but what a performance from them. Honestly, coming into this series, I had my concerns, but they wanted it, Stacks. They limited Stockton to so little on offense. Practically dried them out. The communication broke down. Stockton started to scramble, and Nova took advantage every single time. Very well done from Nova.
It is real hard, especially in CRL, to beat a team that is at least evenly matched with you twice in a row. And while it was very one-sided in the upper bracket, it was not so the second time around. Nova Nighthawks, actually, you could argue, yeah, sure, it was a 6-gamer. Maybe this was one-sided because of the games that were actually played. Nova dominated Stockton.
Yeah. I mean, Nova ended up getting their revenge, right? You see Stockton knock them down here, and Nova ended up battling back. They wanted the rematch. They got it, and they showed up. And, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, like you said, it's for bragging rights, and Nova have a reason to hold their heads up high after that one. At least that's how I feel about it. I want to know what F-Dot feels about it as we throw it back to him for some closing thoughts and to close out the day.